Hi, thank you for joining us today. Today, we want to have a time of reflection. We don't want to really talk much, but we want to look at our lives from January until now. Have we made advancements? Have we advanced in our walk with God? Have we advanced in our career, in our marriage life, in our family unit? Have we advanced? Have we become better people? Or have we been taken backward? No worries. Whether we have advanced or we are standing still or we have been taken backward, God is a God who restores. He restores days that the cankerworm has eaten. He will give back to you the days that you think you have lost. However, before you can proclaim, before you can receive restoration, you need to know who you are in God. There's a verse I want us to look at. Let this verse speak to you. I pray that this verse will sit upon your heart. Every time you worry, every time you think, every time you are disturbed about life's issues, let this verse speak to you. So that when you go to God in prayer, you know what you are praying for. You know what you are commanding. Okay? I've come to the realization in my life that I can be nothing without God. God has made me know over and over again that Yannick, when you exist outside of me, outside of my purpose for your life, you will not flourish. One time I had a revelation. God told me about the story of the vineyard. He said, you will be like the tree that is planted by the rivers of water. You will bear fruit in season. God has told me countless times, if you are not in me, you will not proceed. Every time I have been outside of the purpose of God, I have suffered for it. Okay, so we are in the month of September. How can we advance? How can we, the few months that are remaining, how can we ask God to restore us if we have lost so much? There's a book I'm reading. I love it so much. It's the book of Psalms chapter 8. I want us to concentrate on verse 3. However, let's read from verse 1 so that we can understand it better. It says that, "O Lord, our God, how majestic is your name in all the earth. You have set your glory above the heavens. From the lips of children and infants you have ordained praise because of your enemies, to silence the foe and the avenger." Verse 3, it says that, "When I consider your heavens and the work of your hands, and the moon and the stars, which you have set in place, what is man, what is me, Yannick, that you are so mindful of me? Who am I that you care so much for me?" This is God. This is God, man. God is the creator of the heavens and the universe. Okay, God has so much work on his hands. However, in all of that majestic work, in all of that majesty, God still has a place for me. You see, the Son of Man, that you care for me. He says that you have made me just a little lower than the angels or the heavenly hosts. However, you have crowned me with glory and honor. You've made me the ruler over the works of your hands. You put everything under my feet. All the flocks and the herds and the beasts of the fields, the birds of the air and the fish of the sea, all that swim the paths of... You need to read this over and over and over again. God, who created the heavens, he created the earth, he created the stars, he created the moon, he created the seas, he created all the animals upon the earth, he created all the human beings upon the earth. In all of that majesty, there's a place God has, and it is you in that place. And God has given you glory upon the earth. He has given you power to take dominion over everything and to control everything. God. So I am in a very dark place in my life, okay? And I am learning so much in this dark place. However, I am not perplexed. I've come to the point where situations will not cause me to be afraid. Okay? Sometimes experience brings you to that point, because I've been in worse times where God has rescued me. So even in this time, I'm saying this to say that there's somebody out there who needs a job. God knows. Somebody out there who needs a breakthrough. God knows. There's somebody who is in debt who needs a rescue. God knows. There's somebody who needs a child. God knows. There's somebody who needs a husband, a wife. There are so many things upon the heart of man. God knows. The book of Psalms is saying that God has given us dominion. Take your place in priesthood. Command your day. Command your work. Command everything in your life, because God has given you the power to do that. Every living thing, God has given you the power. They respond to your voice. So when you go to God in prayer, you go to God in prayer knowing who you are in Him. It makes it easy for you to communicate to Him. This is why Christians and some faith, we call God a Father. Because if God, who created the heavens and the earth, has a place in all of His creation for me, this goes to show how much He loves me, how much He cares for me, and how much He wants me to take dominion over the earth. But we cannot excel without God. We cannot take dominion without God. We cannot take root without God. Every time I have tried, I have failed. So go to God. I pray that somebody goes back to read the book of Psalms chapter 8. Read it and let it speak to you. Know the power that you have in God. And God will set you free from any bondage. Anything that is holding you back from progressing, God will set you free. I pray for you, wherever you are in the world, wherever you may be, that God will open your eyes. God will cause you to see Him, that you may know who you are in Him, and that His love is abundant, that He will never leave you nor forsake you. He will be with you even until the ends of the earth. Amen. Go forth, read the book again, and let the Spirit of God cause you to understand what the book is saying. Amen.